How you respond to stress or change management, depending on your industry or sector that you are in your career, or even the level that you are in your career, is a great concern for your potential employer during an interview. And that is why this is one of the commonly asked interview questions. And in this video today, we'll be shedding more light onto why do interviewers or employers ask this question from a candidate. What exactly do they intend to get as a response from the candidate? My name is Mary, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing, and I'm glad to be joined by Evelyn. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Mary, so much for having me here.
Yes. I know, depending on the sector, the industry, the levels in our careers, stress and change management is part and parcel of the job. Why would interviewers or employers ask this question during an interview?
Oh yes, Mary, as you've just said, stress and change is quite common when it comes to the work environment. So employers actually ask this question because they want to assess a candidate's ability to handle challenging situations, adapt to new circumstances, and even just remain composed under pressure. And they also want to gauge a candidate's resilience, problem-solving skills, as well as even emotional intelligence, which is very key. So since stress and change are quite common when it comes to the work environment, also employers want to ensure that a candidate can effectively navigate through it and just contribute to a positive work environment generally. Yes, Mary.
Wow. As an interview coach, I know you've interacted with so many candidates, you've sat in interviews from a recruitment perspective.
Right.
What would be an effective response to this question on how do you respond to stress or change to enable the candidate showcase the ability to problem solve, to adapt, or even to remain calm in a stressful situation?
So an example to show a candidate's ability to remain calm or even adapt, as well as even problem-solving skills. A good example can be now for a candidate who's being interviewed for like a finance or operations role. So they can give an example like this. In my previous role as a finance operations manager, we encountered a sudden budget cut that required us to deliver same results with fewer resources. Now, to address this issue, I effectively initiated comprehensive reviews of our processes and also identified areas where we could streamline our processes without compromising quality. By collaborating with the rest of the team, we implemented new strategies and also prioritized tasks based on their impact. As a result, we not only met our targets, but also surpassed them, demonstrating our ability to problem solve, adapt, and even succeed in stressful situations. That can be a very good example that any candidate can use when it comes to these stress-related questions in interviews.
Wow, that sounds easy. I don't know that it's because you are a coach. Wow, all right. Are there any tips maybe you can share with us that a candidate can employ when demonstrating how they can turn their weaknesses or even vulnerabilities into strengths when faced with a stressful situation or change management?
So some of the tips that candidates can consider are: number one, you have to acknowledge the weakness and vulnerability, honestly but briefly, okay? Secondly, they can go ahead and highlight the strategies and even techniques that they've used previously to manage stress and change effectively. They can also go ahead and provide specific examples of situations whereby they used those specific techniques and strategies to manage that stress and a change and achieved a positive outcome. And then they can also emphasize their willingness to learn and grow from those challenges, and this demonstrates a growth mindset. And lastly, they can show their ability to seek guidance and support, and this could be from mentors, colleagues, or even resources when needed. Mary. Yes.
Interesting. I know there's quite a lot that goes into learning or mastering how to cope with stressful situations or even changes in the workplace. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for sparing time to be with us.
Thank you so much, Mary, for having me here.
Great. Thank you so much for watching this video. I believe you found it very useful and you have grabbed 2 or 3 things that can help you to manage stressful situations or change, or most importantly, how to handle this question during an interview. We encourage you to reach out to us for a more personalized coaching session if you have an upcoming interview, so that you get to understand how best to tailor your responses to capture the mind of the interviewer. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.